As we see, we got plenty of evidence on the city of Janesville Police Department. And for 4 years, we don't know why the people who work for the government in the city of Rock County, Janesville, they have not been following the law. And for 4 years, King had to go to medical appointments, doctor's appointments, and sit in front of the doctors as he had to put lifetime eye drops in. And the thing is, we got tabs, we got support tabs, we got exhibits, we got 53 court cases. And the thing is, on 10/23/2025, City of Janesville Police Department officer, if you will, Ian Hollander, he lied, created a false narrative under the Fourth Amendment illegally against Thompson versus Clark, and illegally he threw my phone, I'm the plaintiff, Timothy Lee Stewart Sr., in this new lawsuit that's being filed on 10/31/2025 through November 3rd, 2025. Because we don't understand how an American citizen, African American, any citizen, if the United States Supreme Court has gave them guaranteed protections under its First Amendment civil right, the 15th civil right, how a police officer can stop you from recording and grab your phone and damage your property, as he's saying he doing proper police work. Now, proper police work is recorded. And a man who is not under false motive, no matter what employment company they work for, if they making contact with you, will allow you to record them because they know they got cameras that works for the function of their business. And as we sit in the Hedrick Public Library right now, the King know he on camera. But he want to let the people know how hard he's been working, because he has been presented opportunities a lot of other humans probably never will. He lost $51 million, and that's when he met Officer Bailey, if you don't mind. Don't want to bring a name up again, but we must. We must see what happens when we got the wrong people in leadership. When you have an African-American man that was worth $51 million and has educated the government under guilt versus conscience, 65853rd at 82 and 83, to the capacity that the King has around here. Now we see all the cones going up. Now we see how the government employees learning how to write government grants, how to put paragraphs together and beg for change from the government, about this artificial intelligent coding, about these 10,000 international codes that we had not kept up with as codes, as we notated the city, the state, the village, the towns, native and tribal must keep up with the codes for the population and the community and keeping it safe under the First Amendment. And the King said he was a civil rights activist. He was a non-accredited lawyer. He also was the best lawyer in the world, because when he was in prison, all the social workers found him appeasing to the likes, well, we can say that they wanted to teach him something new. And maybe Officer Bailey wanted to teach King something new. Maybe Victoria Bailey, as a gospel singer, wanted to teach King something new. But King had already had plans in his mind to travel to new country. But he got stuck in Janesville. And we know that when the police throw your phone and interfere with you recording them, that they doing a good job. Now, we want to get to whether or not they was doing a good job or not. A police officer that claims to be doing a good job will never grab your phone and throw it, because the officer has a body cam that must be working. But now when his body cam accidentally malfunctions during the course of him exercising his First Amendment fiduciary function, when he made contact with you, then maybe he can substantiate a false arrest on you. But today we got social media feed from YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and all my other channels, and all my other fans, and all my other family members, and all my other friends, and all my other folks. And we want to shout out Andrew P. Banks and all the information he gave the police falsely. And we want to request new immunity policy changes, and we want to request new false police reporting prohibitions in the city of Janesville, in the state of Wisconsin, in the county of Rock, because Andrew Banks was able to manipulate the police based on their dislike for the king. And a lot of people hate a man that's upright, independent, and fearless and bold, and he go for what he want. And the king said he was approached on the date by the most beautiful woman in the world, could have changed his life because he knew how to file paperwork to take him on missionary trips, to go to new countries, to talk about public safety, the way that he teach, artificial intelligence, photo enforced coding. And we taught kingdom economics in my school. And today we happen to be at the Hedrick Public Library. We don't see nothing artificially, intelligently photo enforced about this district, as well as we don't see no toys, we don't see no clothes, we don't see nothing under the First Amendment that's available to the government if they ask for the funding right. And the thing is, the king started showing the people how to ask for the funding, and they went mad. And they tried to cancel him out. But you can't cancel a real king out. And the thing is, King said he loved church more than he loved anything in the world. And the thing was, the people knew that. And they tried to manipulate the king about that. You know, King said he loved church. No, he go to church every Sunday. But now that he can't go to church every Sunday, now he got to do church on his own channel. And the thing was, he got a church by the most beautiful gospel singer ever sing gospel to him. But he didn't know she was going to ask him on a date. And the thing is, he want to introduce her right now, if you don't mind. And what happened to her is the question. And what happened to the king? Well, what happened to the king was he was sucker punched. He was hit with bleach. It was a no process. He kept speaking out about his rights. And the thing is, you know, we got this lawsuit going in. And the people did not know King was going to record them. You know, they've been trying to work with the police on the king, and he don't know why they keep working with the police. They causing injuries. And we want to figure out what type of government and what type of humans would sit back and let you get abused in they county, in their region, if they say they work for God. Now, outside of being a human being, we want to focus on working for God. What workers of God to do versus what workers of God won't do, and what a human would do who thinks he working with God. And the thing is, we got a new lawsuit coming in, and we got new main documents going in. We got a lot of things going in. A lot of people think when King outside meditating and talking to God by himself based on his workload. You know, he got a heavy workload. And a lot of humans that don't do no lawsuits, don't know nothing about a lawsuit, have never filed a lawsuit, have never went to a city hall meeting, never have done nothing. They just, they full of opinions. And we know general opinions hold no truth, for the generality of men are ignorant in this town. And Revelations chapter 12, verse 5, it say, when you get close to God and you want to inherit your throne, a lot of people will get in your way once he hits you with that spirit. And a lot of people claim to be by the spirit, but they not by the spirit. They don't work for God. And he don't work with them, but they claim to be a part of him. And the king say he really part of the sheepbud fold, but the people thought he wasn't. And today we want to focus on what happened on 10/23, 2025, when the officer in Hollander, found it appeasing to breach his authority, create a false narrative on the king, and further disenfranchise him, further humiliate him, further try to make him look bad, blasphemy, defamation, all the things to try to cover up some things that happened in government that the things try to cover up. See, but God said you can't cover up a wrong. And the wrong was when they sent Officer Bailey and when they sent Victoria Bailey, the gospel singer, the king, he was loving church so much, crying in church, having fun in church, laughing, singing, and being joyful and having a ball in church. And the thing is, a lot of people, they go to church sad all the time. King said he don't care what's going on. He going to enjoy church. And the thing is, he fell in love with church. And the thing was, when the officer asked him on a date, she said she was going to be there for him. And the thing was, under the Fifth Amendment, she had the right to do that. But the thing is, now we got to have depositions about that, because the thing is, she showed up at the king's sucker punch incident. When the king was sucker punched by his own brother, and his own brother allegedly was working with the police, for many years in the city of Beloit. He was, we can't say what he was, but allegedly he had been working anonymously with the police and they was doing some things that they shouldn't have been doing. But the thing is, and the thing was, we can't talk about that because there's prohibitions on that. And we don't want to put his life in danger, but the thing is, he put my life in danger. He knew I couldn't see. He knew our Mercy East Hospital on 9/18/2023. They diagnosed me with a eye disease, but they said my vision was 100% intact. And now we got Patricia Schwab, a certified ophthalmologist doctor, who's willing to come to the depositions. And the king say he left a lot of depositions blank because, he's been filing motions under Pruitt versus Moak 2007 case, which allows a man who has been substantially injured during the lawsuit to file for appointment of counsel if they pro se under the civil right. Now, we talking about civil law. Nothing about this criminal, but once you do too many things civil, it becomes criminal. And we trying to figure out as a society in the city of Janesville, all the church-going people, all the thugs, all the criminals, everybody in town. We trying to figure out this gossip that the king say he done kicked up. Well, he say he got the police on another lawsuit because they broke his leg after they created a false narrative to get in his car. An officer in Holland, no, he was the chief of this. And the thing was, King said he walked with a cane. Let's do that one time. They knew King was walking with a cane. And the thing is, Beloit Community Health, they want to come to the depositions too because they said, we know you've been walking with a cane for about a year now. And we know that we gave you the cane through the diagnosis and the doctor's visits and aftercare appointments that you came to. And we want to know why they got mad at you because you didn't have your cane. It's your right, to tell the people that you walk with a cane. And the thing was, they snatched the king up so fast that he couldn't do nothing. They hurry up and threw him in handcuffs real quick. And if you've been through trauma with the police department where you filed 52 civil court cases, 26 district court appeals, and 26 Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals, and things finally shifting in your favor, what you think this retaliation, harassment, and failure to intervene under the 14th Amendment, and do you think it's a deliberate indifference of cruel, unusual punishment under the 5th and the 8th Amendment when a disability patient speaks out, say he got disability under pawn of false arrest? We want to get to all that information, but we also want to get to the post office. But the post office calling my name, but God calling my name to the saints. It's a hell of a situation. So the king say he got a new lawsuit he didn't filed, and the thing is he want to share it with you because last time he sent some information to the Court of Appeals and the 7th Circuit on 7/31/2025. Supposedly it didn't make it to the courthouse. And the thing was they already knew Dr. Roger Cronin, the disability determination clinical doctor, had already said this man here going through so many health problems, it's hard for him to concentrate and focus on his work. But the thing is, King say no matter what happens, if he got breath in his body, he gonna move. So the thing is, he don't supposed to be working, but he working. And the thing is, every time, he get charged with a fake charge, he reached out to Philip Brim. We want to shout out Attorney Philip Brim in the city of Janesville, 23 West Milwaukee Street, suit 300, 608-756-4994. He's the best attorney in the world with the king. So we know back in 2023, Officer Hanson, he's also on appeal in one of the appeals that has been consolidated with 7th Circuit Court of Appeals 24-33-23 et al. On 8/5/2025, where the king say he consolidated cases of the likes where he done sued Tony Evers, he done sued the president, he done sued Homeland Security, he done sued everybody because he wanted to know how the employers can get away with throwing bleach and burn acid chemicals in his eye, how they can get away with sucker punches that's been hindering the lawsuit substantially because I can't see people. I got to put the Restasis in for the rest of my life, and I got to put other eye drops in. I got to deal with the weather. I got all these tribulations I got to deal with before I can normally sit down and concentrate and work. So the thing is, and the thing was, King wanted to figure out how Homeland Security, how the government, how the Attorney General's office, how everybody can allow the police to try to do these cover-ups and continue to injure me. As we know, I got 52 court cases, and I'm winning now. And the thing is, I'm winning now because let's get to it. The thing is, King sat back patiently as he let the people cheat him, rob him out of $51 million, and all these other type of things. But the thing was, King just like to sit back and let people make a fool of themselves. You know, a fool and his money gonna depart from one another faster than two strangers can tell you they love you. And then in the middle of the night, you walk in the room after a good home cooked meal, and you see them two strangers, you know, doing some things you shouldn't have been saying them doing, but they said they love you the whole time. And the thing was, you know, people said they love God the whole time, and the king said he got confused. And the thing was, we want to look at this Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals, order that has consolidated all these cases. The people say King went mad. I mean, he was the richest person in town. He had 15 girlfriends. He had 5 cars. He had Harley Davidson. And all of a sudden, he wanted to talk to this man called God. He wanted to tell everybody about him, how good he was, and how good he is, and how good he always gonna be. And the thing is, let's get to it. No, King say he can't lie because ain't no lying. You know, we beyond lying. Death threats was made, but they said I made the death threat. Injuries was done, but they say I was the one doing the injuring and the threatening. So we want to see what the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals had done for the king, because a lot of people say the king went mad. Now we see this is Exhibit 128, you know. And as we look at Exhibit 128, the king say this was when he got hit with the bleach on 9/16. So we want to see what happened on 9/27. You know, 9/27/2024. No, and they entered it 9/27/2024. And the king got hit with the bleach and was diagnosed and was given medication on 9/18/2023. We want to figure out, then the people say, you know, he writing us stuff and we can't even see what he writing. And the king said he filed 100 motions or so for appointment of civil counsel, but the people would not appoint him counsel because they thought he was just a goofy working on court papers, putting court papers in, but he also was a victim. But the people didn't recognize him as a victim. They looked at him as a goofy and someone to be treated unfairly. And that's not human. And the thing was, you know, King said if Victoria had not approached him on a date, he probably had left his town. I mean, a long time ago, he had 15 girlfriends. I mean, any man with 15 girlfriends that'll be your girlfriend, it'll be a beautiful thing. You just have 15 girlfriends, everybody giving you their money, everybody love you, cooking you food, catering to you, and you not pimping them. They just voluntarily want to be your girlfriend because it's something about you that other guys just can't quite do. And the thing was, King say he had so much information, and he helped so many women get jobs, you know, and motivated them every day. You know, every night we had church in my house. You know, we used to do our thing, you know, and God was always behind it. And the king say, you know, the devil, even though he comes to kill, steal, and destroy, John 10:10. Now the king say he was in church. And we want to look at Victoria before we get to all the other depositions and stuff information, because we just never in our life, you know, should have had involved Victoria in this madness. You know, that's the thing King say he upset about. For 4 years, they sent him a more beautiful Barbie doll that's at the church. Now, she at the church house. She innocent. She don't know nothing about the madness and the schemes and the demonic twisted plans that the people got in their head. And we also want to look at Judge John M. Woods. You know, we had several trials, and the thing was, he kept telling the people, you can't keep using banks. I mean, he kept telling the police that you can't keep using banks. He's not a credible witness. And we want to see what God does in a situation where the demons, you know, they think that they fully working for God, and you fully working for God. You calling them demons, they calling you demons, and then God got an opinion. And we see, you know, general opinions hold no truth, for the generality of man are ignorant. We know that through gunner ministry. We know that through King School. But we also want to shout out Victoria for working so hard to keep on going in its tribulation, because, you know, the humans, they trapped her in something that she had never known she was going to be a part of for the rest of her life. And the thing is, you know, once you take that oath and that pledge and that vow and that declaration, to serve God and serve the public. Now, it's a declaration that you make to serve God in the public. And the thing is, once you say you want to serve God in the public, and you swear 100 true number, the truth to help you God, and you say you want God to guide you spiritually. Now, it's a realm that's way beyond the physical plane. And the thing is, we want to look at Officer Bailey, but we also want to look at her in church uniform as she's singing the gospel. No, King say it was a blessing to have a woman like this, approach him for a date. Look at how joyful she's singing the gospel. She having a ball. And the king, he say he was honored. He had never been on such a movie in his head where God say, I'm gonna give you a picture frame, just a camera check to see where you at spiritually. Would you like to be with somebody like this for the rest of your life? It's going to be courtroom and devils involved for the rest of your life. Or would you rather do this thing by yourself? And King said he'd rather do this thing by himself. But she insisted. And the thing was, no, she looked at trustworthy. And the king said in his head and in his heart of hearts, he wanted to know what she trustworthy was. She put that badge on and did the demons and snare her in the trap. But the thing is, God's so cold that he has created a new situation. Let's look at her one more time. Look how beautiful she is. And the thing is, King say he wanted to kick up some ruckus because he think she should be singing against Katy Perry and the likes of these people. Hold on, rookies. Who is this? No, King say he had never met this woman in his life. She come up on him for a date. He say, damn, who is that? And the thing was, she asked him on a date by herself. And she can't lie about this. See, God ain't gonna let us lie once we say we want to serve in the public and we believe in Him, and He sent us around His angels, and we should be careful when we entertain people in the name of God because we might be in the presence of an angel and we might not know it. But the thing is, God's so good. King say he got injured again, and the thing was, they sent her out once, they sent her out twice, and we gonna send her out because now the king get to send her out because he has created enough ruckus. With his lawsuits to say, hold on, people, we got to stop for a minute. Baby referee asked me on a date. She said she wanted to help the king for the rest of his life. And she wanted to inherit from the throne of grace. And it was the throne of grace. Now, see, she's singing right now joyfully for the throne of grace. And we know what the throne of grace is, that sweet, holy, and eternal design. And we want to declare Psalms 149, verse 5 on this because, we want the saints to rest peacefully in a bed, because we know Victoria knows some things that the humans just saying ain't willing to reveal. But the thing was, we get that back here and look at what John and Wood said. He say, you let this man file all these police reports, but he won't come to a subpoena to add testificatum to the lies to the information or anything that he has said about the plaintiff here or the defendant here in this case. But the thing was, let's look at her one more time. And the king say, is she capable? Would she be capable of going against the likes of? If we look at this thing, just one more time carefully. Would she be capable of going against the likes of Katy Perry and Taylor Swift and these type of people? And did she get the exposure because she put her life on the line? She only got 32 views 4 years ago. My baby got 32 views 4 years ago trying to sing for the church, and then the thing was she wanted to be an international superstar, and the thing was King said he knew how to do international superstar paperwork. He could have took her to a new country just singing songs. The thing is, we want to look at this thing a little bit closer because King say today we in a situation where Victoria and her saints can travel to a new country just singing songs for God if they wanted to. And the King say, God say you should forgive 70 times 7, but you got to learn the lesson in it. And the thing is, King just showed you on paper that we can file another lawsuit. And we going to do that because we've been injured. But the thing is, for 4 years, King was on YouTube saying how good Victoria sang in that church. And she really only got 32 views. And her people ain't put no money behind her. Let's look at this thing again. No, the king been putting money behind her. She got 32 views from Mercy Hill. Mercy Hill ain't invested a dime to make sure she get more streams on her work. as she doing for God spiritually. Now we work for God. And 2 Timothy, 2nd chapter, 15th verse. Now God say, study the word, divide it rightly, and show thyself approved unto God, not man, according to thy work that you do in the land for me. As you say, you want to repent for your sin, and you want to serve the public, because the public is mine. And I'm all saying, I'm all knowing, and I know everything. And the thing is, King say, without a dime, he has created more controversy and more exposure for Victoria Bailey and the saints in Mercy Hill Church than the Mercy Hill Church himself has created. And the thing is, King say he got a boot on his leg right now as we speak. And he got about 5,000 documents here he got to file. And the thing is, they gave him a lawyer, but, when you get injured and God let you speak to the people, you really want to speak, you don't want to play. And the thing is, King say he got so many documents that prove that he was disabled, and the Social Security Board has given him these documents. They say, hold on, this man is really disabled. But the thing is, if we want to get to it, the thing is, let's look at Victoria. Let's frame it right, because she deserves a raise. I mean, let's look at this. Let's look at it real carefully. What it say, people? It say, Timothy Lee Stewart, you asked us for information from your records. This information that you requested is shown below. If you want anyone else to have this information, you must send it to them by letter, beginning September 2025. The current supplementary Social Security income payment is zero. This payment may change from month to month based on you, blah, blah, blah. Now, thing is, we know he got some money coming. And the thing was, the disability board said King had a disability all the way from January 3rd, 2025 to now. And the thing is, if we look at it a little bit more carefully, that's a little bit more carefully. People stop. We can see that Victoria got played and the King got played. And they was played. Why? Why did the people make these people enemies when they was intelligent? No, could have took the people to new country and showed them new things spiritually and physically. The King said he just confused. He just can't understand why he was asked on a date by the most beautiful woman in the world, but the people didn't do right. And the thing was, we want to shout out this situation where we got a new lawsuit because the King say, if we think about it a little carefully, we got paperwork, we putting it on YouTube. We could have been out the country 4 years ago if the people would have just let King sit back and think. I mean, about his plan he was gonna put together for the Saints to get us to new country. And the thing was, we want to see if this a benefits letter or not. Because sometimes the people think like I can't read, but then it be a situation where I think they can't read. But let's figure it out. The King say, let's figure it out, because my humans with human tongues, human brains, human eyeballs, human ears, human hearts, and human understanding. When God kick in, the people just they go, damn, what was that? And the thing is, yesterday we spoke about things that what God say, spiritual thing is it's just something. If you don't mind, that's the December 6th, 2024, 7th Circuit Court. They did me like that after the bleach and the burn attack. We got all these appeals back open, but they was closed at first. And the thing is, if we wouldn't have put baby referee in my business, I mean, we could have had some other business. But now the thing was, when they sent him an angel, he said, hold on, I could be with that person for the rest of my life. We want to shout out this one too, because that's back open too. Stewart versus Tony Evers. That's back open too. We finna open so many. We got Peterson. We got Stewart versus Mary Bico. That's back open too. We got so many cases where the police thought they could get away with cheating a man as he was having a valid disability. We got Stewart versus Milkerson. That's back open too. We got Stewart versus Wiley. That's back open too. We got this. can a court in the United States of America force a person to participate in court ordered briefing schedules and responses pleading order where a person has been injured in relationship to his lawsuit and developed disability in lieu of his or her lawsuit against undercover or law employees? No. U.S. court cannot force a person with a significant disability to participate in a lawsuit if their condition makes it impossible to do so. So the disability board for 4 years. For 4 years. You know, they say, King, damn, that injury you put in for, it was beautiful, and we approved it. And you can't see. You got lifetime rhesaces eye drop. Shout out to Petition Squad 6/25/2025. She diagnosed me with a lifetime incurable eye disease. And we want to look at Officer Bailey, see what the people done to her, how much money she's suing for, and how much she worth. And we want to look at the King and see how much he worth. Because, you know, for some reason, and the thing is, King say, can he file a tort claim against Attorney Tresdale and Jasmine Baynard for lying to him and Victoria? You know, they got money coming from the government. All Victoria had to do was say, yes, that happened to him. And the King said he could have had $1,000 trillion. $1,000 trillion. That was $100 million, 1,000 trillion. We got so many trillions, so many thousands, a million, hundreds of zillions. We suing for. And the thing is, people, the disability board, they say, hold on, we want to give you some money. Stop. Do you want this money? And the thing is, you know, King say money don't mean nothing. You know, he had money his whole life. The thing was, no, he's saying somebody he could go to church with and travel international with. And the thing is, you know, maybe we could do this thing over. And the thing is, you know, Victoria might understand what really happened, how the government really played her. And the thing is, once you get around the real government people in Washington, D.C., likes of President Trump, likes of people who really love the government, we can sing some church songs, and we can do that thing for Katy Perry, but first we got to get this out the way. And the thing is, why would the King sacrifice 15 girlfriends, 51 million, just for a woman? Because we got so many men to play that's using these women the wrong way. No abusing these women. No telling them anything. And the thing is, we don't know none of these people that work at the supervising places that they work at, where Victoria might be employed at, and where other women might be employed at, where the people, they got these demonic traps in their head where they think that nobody's smarter than them. Nobody's stronger than them. Nobody know God more than them. And the thing is, hold on, what the disability board say? Hold on, stop people. He ain't say he don't do no lying. He just tell the truth. No, this is a disability account to the King. Treatment for an ER visit. No, it was something though prior to them on what the 1023. You know, he had already been to the doctor for his legs swelling up. The thing was, they snatched him out the car so fast and played so many gangster games and tried to beat him up. But they threw the handcuffs on first, so they were scared when they approached him, and it wasn't for the safety because he was already safe. No, he was outside my car. Wasn't no imminent danger. Wasn't no threat to his life. He created a false narrative. He said I was resisting an obstruction. And the thing is, what does this say? Social Security Administration. They stopped it, but it's back on, people. The thing is. No, we knew King had a social security disability. Earlier, we told you that you were due back payments. We would pay you in installments. You are now due more back SSI payments for June. We will pay you this money and another when we send the remaining installment. The thing is, you know, they say they stopped my disability because the City of Janesville Police Department City of Janesville Probation Office, you know, played with my check when it was time for me to eat, you know, my groceries. They tried to stop my check. You know, they want the King to eat out the garbage. But the King said he don't eat out the garbage. And when he find a woman and he want to be with her for the rest of his life, he don't care who involved. If she asks him on a date and she want to know the truth about her condition, and God say, if you want to increase your condition, You got to concentrate and isolate. You got to concentrate and isolate the things that you think about. Maybe you might think your life worth $20 an hour, $30 an hour, $15 an hour, but the king say his life worth trillions an hour, and he works for this. And he say he was on YouTube making shows, so he was thinking about thousands of trillions of dollars. He was thinking about Officer Bailey too. She's so beautiful. Look at her, people. She asked me on a date. She didn't ask you. And she wanted to know was the government playing her or not. So she played the fifth. She was smart. And the thing is, King said he had a disability, but he said, and they said, he never did. Do you understand what just happened, or could we rewind that movie? Let's rewind that movie for the sake of clarity. We had some money come in, and then we got some more documents going in, but King said he like to tease the people with a little information. And the thing is, he said he was asked on a date by her. You what? He had money his whole life. You didn't. He know what people with money do. You don't. And he know the mind games they play. And you don't. So today's concentration is, he who neglects his present concerns finds himself eating the wind as his bread is being eaten by another. It's the king.